Welcome, learner, to our lesson today. We are continuing with our human resource management subject under the Manifested Publishers e-learning platform. And today we are looking at the human resource administration topic under the human resource management subject. And we are dealing today with human resource records management, which is a very critical topic and lesson because it is going to give you the exposure into the kinds of records that are managed in an organization with a bias in human resource management. And when it comes to human resource records management, human resource records management process involves the creation, the use, the storage, and retrieval. So 4 very crucial things: creation, use, storage, retrieval of records that relate to human resource activities in an organization. So there are various human resource activities, as we shall be seeing the uses of these records. Now, these records are crucial in decision making, legal compliance, and efficient running of an organization. Human resource records can be maintained in 2 formats. You have the manual and electronic forms. So, dear learner, looking at this meaning of human resource records management, then it comes out very clearly that whenever documents are created, for example, an employee file is opened, now that employee file will be used maybe to assign a number, to deploy that employee, and whatever communication that goes in relation to that employee is put in that particular form. Then when a decision is not being made, that particular record is supposed to be stored and can be retrieved at a future date to be able to at least assist in decision making as far as human resource management activities in an organization are concerned. And if proper decisions have to be made regarding workers, then it is also important that an organization maintains an efficient system of human resource records. So to be able to realize the objectives of this particular unit, we are going to start with the types of human resource records. Types of human resource records. Types of human resource records. So what are the various types of human resource records that may be in an organization? So the first one are personal records. Personal records. And when you talk about personal records, these are the records that will now have the name of an employee, You may have also identification details. You may also have details, copies of certificates, issues to do with nationality, among others. So when it comes to personal records, then some of the personal records you may have may relate to these aspects. Then secondly, you may have what you're calling employment records. Employment records. Now, these employment records may involve or may include letters of appointment, letters of deployment, among others. So what you're saying here, when it comes to the employment records, when was this particular employee for example, commence their job, where have they been deployed, which duties have they, for example, undertaken. So employment records will capture this particular kind of information. Then you also have wage and salary records, wage and salary records. And when it comes to wage and salary records, some organizations have what you call a pay change advice. Pay change advice, or what they popularly call PCA. So this PCA is the one that will provide the wage and salary records of this particular employee at which level, for example, entry point, and progression. These wage and salary records will indicate this is the entry point of this particular employee. After 1 year, the employee will move up to this particular position. The employee will progress maybe for the next 2 to 3 years, then move on to another grade. So wage and salary records are important for proper decision making as far as the employee's salary and benefits are concerned. Then you may also have what you call training records. Training records. Now, these training records may indicate, they may capture training, whether on the job, or off the job, that the employee has done. For example, an employee has gone for a 2-week training, 3-week training, has been able to go through particular maybe institutions within the organization or outside and so on. So that again becomes very critical. Then you also have what you call leave records. Leave records. So this may pertain to, for example, annual leave. So as we have indicated previously, this employee could be entitled to say 30 days in a calendar year. So the employee could have, for example, enjoyed 10 days. So the leave records that are going to be maintained, whether electronically or manually, may indicate that this particular employee has enjoyed from the 30 days, has enjoyed 10 days, and the leave balance is 20 days. And as we have indicated, the essence of human resource records is to advise or maybe assist an organization advise in decision making. So once an employee requires maybe another 10 days, then this leave record is retrieved. You look at the leave particular record and so on. And once you look at this leave record, it is possible to say if the employee wants another, say, 10 days, then the employee can be entitled to those days subject to approval of the supervisor to be able to proceed on the remaining leave days. Then you may also have what you call occupational accident records. Occupational accidents records. So according to the Occupational Safety and Health Act, it is important that within the human resource department or within the organization, records are captured in relation to workplace accidents, or what you call near misses. If there were some mishaps, and then according to the law, this is supposed to be captured. So you may also have what you call occupational accident records, which indicate that these are the accidents that have taken place within a given organization or maybe within a given duration of time. You may also have what you call promotion records. Now, promotion records, these now kind of records will indicate progression of employees, So this will indicate this particular employee joined this particular organization during, say, the year 2000. By the year 2006, had moved to this particular position. By the year 2008, had moved to a different position. Or it may also indicate that this kind of an employee or this category of employees have never been promoted for the last, let's say, 20 years. So that again can help in decision making. Then number 8, you may also have what you call statutory compliance records. Now, statutory compliance records, for example, when it comes to the payroll, it is a requirement that organizations maintain a copy of the payroll in an organization permanently. So you would expect within the Human Resource Department or registry, you have statutory requirement records on the payroll. You may also have on taxation and other returns. Taxation and other statutory returns. So these records may be captured, may be stored as a result of the compliance required in any given organization. And Lana, it is also important to note that when it comes to working environment, attendance is very key. Attendance records. Now, when it comes to decision making, for example, issues relating to pay, employees are paid maybe in terms of time worked. And what some organizations have done, you may have manual registers, or other organizations have moved to what you call biometrics, where the attendance of employees is captured by electronic means, and hence the issue of attendance records that capture the attendance of employees to ensure that when decisions are supposed to be made regarding employees, then that becomes possible. So this could also be some of the records. You may also have a benefits register, or records. Now, what you notice, dear learner, some organizations may, for example, provide housing or transport for employees. So you may have the benefits records indicating if the organization has, for example, 200 houses where they have housed their employees, then you may have a benefits record that says, for the purpose of housing, the following 200 houses have been allocated to our employees, and these are the employees who are staying in those particular houses, as a record to be able to now know and manage or make decisions when it comes to reallocation, among other issues, for purposes of fairness and so on. So these are just some of the types of records that may be maintained in regarding human resources. They may be maintained manually or electronically. So what is the purpose? We have looked at the types of records, but the question then is, what is the purpose of human resource records? Purpose of human resource records. Why maintain human resource records? The purpose of human resource records. So there may be different reasons why an organization may maintain records. So one of them, like we have just indicated, you may have personal records. Okay, so these personal records, one, to provide crucial information about employees. Crucial information about employees. Now, what do you mean by this? What you mean by this is, you have employed an employee in an organization, and this employee has given you their names, their identification details, and so on. So supposing, for one reason or the other, the employee is not there, then it means you are able to use this information maybe to contact the next of kin of this particular employee. Then you also have promotion decisions. Promotion decisions. You want to make a fair decision in terms of promotion. So if you have proper records, then you can see if you are using seniority, for example, seniority, you are able to check and say, if you are using the seniority principle of promotion, then you are now saying, if you have 6 employees in a section, and one employee has worked for 10 years, another one 12 years, another one 15 years, then it is possible you can be able to use the criteria of seniority and say, the one who has been there for the longest period of time, if that person is capable and willing, could be promoted. So for promotion decision purposes, that could be one of the reasons why an organization maintains records. Then we have also indicated statutory obligations. Now, as you will notice, you may have inspectors, maybe from Ministry of Labor, or Kenya Revenue Authority, for example. They may come to an organization and they want to know, now this organization that is employing workers, have they complied with the Ministry of Labor obligations, Kenya Revenue obligations on taxation? So for purposes of statutory obligations, then it is important that these particular human resource records are maintained in that particular information. Then also, these records can be the basis of research. Let us take an example. An organization wants to conduct, for example, something to do with a salary survey. So this salary survey can now be based on the documents that have been kept in the human resource department to be able to at least find out, for example, for a given period of stretch of time, what were the salary ranges, what were the salary rates, and so on. So as a basis of research, that one can also be useful. Then there is also the issue of determination of employee training needs. Determination of employee training needs, or sometimes what you call development needs. So when you look at the records that an organization may be having, you may be able to determine the training needs of employees from these particular records. Then you may also want to look at investigation of occupational accidents. Investigation of occupational accidents. So if you have records that have been maintained, and these records focus on the near misses, the accidents in that particular kind of an organization, then investigation of occupational accidents can also be one of the uses or the purposes for which an organization is able to maintain and use these particular records within a given setting. Then when it comes to issues like the actual uses, we want now to focus on the actual, there's the purpose and the actual uses of human resource records. So the uses of human resource records. So how do you use, or what uses can an organization subject the human resource records to? So we want to mention some of the specific areas. So one of the areas could be in the area of human resource planning. Human resource planning. An organization may, for example, want to know when it comes to the supply of labor. You have supply of labor, you have demand of labor. So what is the supply like? What is the demand like? So based on these, then an organization can be able to use this information to be able to determine the number of employees that that particular organization may want. Then there is the element of formulation of human resource policies, human resource policies. So when an organization wants to formulate human resource policies, it can also be able to use the records that they have. And then there is the issue of designing, training and development programs. Designing, training, and development programs. That could also be one area where human resource records can also be used. There is also the issue of preparation of job analysis, which can now give you what you call job descriptions and job specifications. Then there is also the element of deployment of staff. There is also the issue of 6, determination of maybe personal protective equipments. Personal protective equipment, you call them PPE requirements. So based on the information that you may have, then it is possible you can now determine and say, if you are looking for maybe the kind of PPEs or protective equipment you want to give workers, then you can be able to use the records that you have within that particular organization. There is also the issue of determination. Number 7, determination of wage levels, wage and salary levels. So dear learner, there could be many reasons or there could be many uses of human resource records, why organizations keep these particular records. So we can be able to run through again very quickly in terms of what we have done in our lesson today. And in our lesson, dear learner, we are continuing with our lectures in the area of human resource management. And today, in the lesson, we were focusing on human resource records management, where we have looked at the process of human resource records management to be a process that involves the creation, involves the use, the storage, and retrieval of records that relate to human resource activities in an organization. And we have indicated that these records are very crucial in decision-making, legal compliance, and efficient running of an organization. We have gone further and indicated, dear learner, that human resource records can be maintained through the manual platform or through an electronic form, or some organizations may have both of them. Then we have looked at 3 aspects here. We have looked at the types of human resource records. We have looked at the purpose, types of human resource records. We have looked at the purpose of human resource records, and we have also looked at the uses of human resource records. And when it came to the types of human resource records, we have indicated that some of the records that may be kept in an organization or maintained in an organization may include personal records, where we have indicated that these personal records may capture the name of an employee, the identification details of an employee, copies of certificates of an employee, the nationality of an employee, depending on the requirements of a given organization. Then we have, dear learner, indicated that employment records, number 2, can also be maintained. And in terms of the employment records, letters of appointment, appointing that employee, letters of deployment, even letters of acceptance, indicating that this particular employee was offered that particular job and that employee accepted that particular job. Those ones are captured under employment records. Then you also have what we are calling wage and salary records. And here we have indicated, dear learner, that when it comes to wage and salary records, You may have what some organizations call pay change advice, or what you call a PCA. And what this PCA indicates is that it gives the authority, it is prepared and then it is authorized to give the authority of paying that particular employee from a given period of time a particular level of payment, indicating the entry and progression. Then you also have what you call the training records. And these training records may capture the kind of training that employee has gone through, either on the job or off the job. Then number 5, we have talked about leave records, and these leave records may capture the annual leave an employee is entitled to, maybe 30 days. And if an employee in a calendar year has enjoyed 10 days, we have indicated a decision can be looked at when you look at these particular records and see at any one given time the employee has 20 days. So when it comes to efficient decision making, when this employee wants to access the remaining days, proper decisions can be arrived at. Then number 6, we have looked at occupational accident records. And organizations are expected by law, as we have indicated, according to the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 2007, to maintain records of workplace accidents and even near misses. So an organization may also maintain occupational accident records. Number 7, we have talked about promotion records. These ones indicate the progression of employees in terms of their career and so on. Number 8, we have talked about statutory compliance records, which may capture the payroll in a given organization, the taxation benefit returns, and other returns that an organization makes, so that an organization complies with the law in relation to the records that they are supposed to maintain, like the payroll. Then when it comes to attendance records, we have indicated that organizations may have manual or biometric methods of capturing attendance. And where these kind of time records are maintained, then those attendance records are crucial in making decisions regarding employee pay. Then we have also talked about number 10, benefits records. And these ones could, for example, be able to provide details where an organization is offering housing or vehicles that can also be captured under what you call benefits that are due to employees, as the case might be. Then we have gone further, dear learner, and looked at the purpose. So why? The purpose of human resource records. And we have indicated that there are various reasons or various the purpose that may drive an organization. We have said, 1, human resource records are meant to provide crucial information about employees. We have just indicated an employee could provide information about next of kin. So in case of an issue, that next of kin can be contacted. Then number 2, promotion decisions for purposes of fairness, proper records have to be maintained in terms of employee service. Then statutory obligations, we have indicated issues to do with the Ministry of Labor, Kenya Revenue Authority. Then number 4, the basis of research. And organizations may want to conduct research to find out, for example, what is a salary level or a salary survey. So once these records are kept well, these can be used for purposes of determining the salary levels. Then there is the element of determination of employee training needs, number 5, and number 6, investigation of occupational accidents. So dear learner, you are seeing these ones are very delicate areas where if an organization is not very careful, you can end up with a lot of problems, even maybe from government or from workers. Hence the importance of proper maintenance of human resource records. And we have moved on again, dear learner, to find out what are some of the specific uses of human resource records. And we have indicated, number 1, that when it comes to the uses of human resource records, an organization may use human resource records in the area of human resource planning. And how does that take place? An organization may be able to determine the supply of labor, the demand of labor, and then based on the findings, be able to make some decisions. Then number 2, human resource records can also be used for formulation of human resource policies. Human resource records, number 3, can be used for the designing of training and development programs. So, dear learner, we have continued and said that number 4, human resource records can be used in the area of preparation of job analysis, and job analysis will give you 2 things: job descriptions and job specifications. And number 5, human resource management records or human resource records will give you the aspect of deployment of staff. You are able to know if in one area you have this number of staff, who can you deploy to be able to meet the staff needs. Number 6, determination of personal protective equipment requirements that may be needed. If you have 100 workers and you need gloves, for example, you may be able to calculate that if these are the number of workers and this is what they need in a given period of time, that can help you. And then also the determination of wage and salary levels. And even when it comes to discussion with, say, union officials or maybe unions, that can also be one area where human resource records can be able to be utilized. So your assignment today, dear learner, your assignment for today, assignment, discuss your assignment for today. Discuss the uses of human resource. Discuss the uses of human resource records. Human resource records in an organization. So, dear learner, we have come to the end of our lesson today, and your assignment is discuss the uses of human resource records in an organization. So until we meet in our subsequent lesson, thank you for active participation in the lesson.